it's a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, good return up past the 30. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I'll bet right now there's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
Two touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go option here with Jones. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stop for a loss.
And firing a deep ball for Kmet. It's caught inside the 25. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Here's the option going away. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Jones on the keeper.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, it's Gibson. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
The 7-yard line. 1st and goal, Chicago.
Throwing Jones. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Down at the 10-yard line.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Lions, nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he returns this to the 22.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
To throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. And a tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Rosen's pass.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. To return it, Darius Phillips. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Bears take over 1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
That's good for 21. Yards and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On 1st down, Jones. They'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
Jones pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his 1st. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears.
Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
The kicker on for
the fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now and then, open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Play action here with Rosen. Dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
For Jamal Agnew. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and...
Again, it's Rosen. Runs on 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
A 45-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go! Here we go! Let's get him!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Well, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 5.
From the gun, Jones. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go!
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Instead, second down.
Incomplete. It's second down.
Operating from the gun. Jones gonna let one fly for Robinson. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson
Chicago.
with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears have broken the tie. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Rosen. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And quick throw here, that's complete. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
4 yards.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Now on 2nd and 13. Jones, he's going to air it out. He's got a man, complete.
Jones pass.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 37. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Now left side on the swing pass. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
It's a gain of 7.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
And that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Trying to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, we got position on him, and he pulls it in. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rosen to throw again. That's caught inside the 20. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And these guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we've come upon halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Another throw for Galladay. This one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
Rosen's pass.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard
To
line.
throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rosen will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
DeMarcus Lawrence on the stop. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And now look at him go. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Antonio Gibson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
3rd down, as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play it back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house. And now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season, as this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are ever...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
The kicker on.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. To return, here's Agnew. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Kenny Galladay making... His way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? It's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Williams, incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hundley. This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 40.
Throwing, Hundley. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And 1.
They'll run with a former Bulldog. It's the rookie DeAndre Swift. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jones. We'll find Gibson here, complete.
Jones pass.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a knock.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
And 15.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Gain of 15. And the Bears first down.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Throwing it in here on 2nd down, this time complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
At the 17-yard line.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Robert Quinn has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Another try after the first down sack. Hundley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing Jones. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they, unfortunately, are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the...
Now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Now Hundley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. To return, here's Agnew. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Bananas Galladay complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Roughing the passer, defense.
frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's third and 10. It's complete. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Kenny Galladay with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer.
And that touchdown?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Edwards now on first and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, it's Gibson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Let's listen in on the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
4-yard line. A gain of a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Edwards. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Today's final score, Bears 52.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the